Hey guys, welcome to Debate with the Boys, and today we're starting something a little bit new. We're doing a Throwback Thursday.
So the premise is basically we're going to look at an album that came out 10 plus years ago, and we're going to go find some reviews from the time, think of what we thought at the time, and kind of review it now again, like looking back and forwards, I guess.
How much our opinion has probably changed.
What impact it might have had on music in the middle kind of thing.
So yeah, today we are starting with Linkin Park's Hybrid Theory.
Now, this was probably the album that got me into alternative music at the time, like 100% kind of thing.
It was a very popular album. It definitely blew up.
Yeah, so it came out late 2000.
So that is 16 years ago.
Yep. So it can now legally buy a lottery ticket.
Yes, it can.
But yeah, obviously in the midst of all this kind of like the new metal kind of hype at the time, you know, Linkin Park, Limp Bizkit, Korn. I think Papa Roach followed like not soon after their debut. Yeah. And like I said, it did blow up. I think 28 million copies have been sold worldwide since its release.
Like, it was one of those albums that like it didn't blow up as soon as it came out over here. You know what I mean? It took a little bit of it took only a couple months, I suppose.
Yeah, I think it was like I do remember I never saw the video for One Step Closer, which was the first single off the album. But then once Crawling came out,
it was on Kerrang every other fucking song. Yeah. I remember that I used to steal this CD off my sister all the time because as a 9-year-old kid, I thought this was amazing. It was like for like young people, it was like, oh my god, this is so new and cool and stuff. And just, yeah, that and the fact that it was on Kerrang every other fucking song.
Yeah.
That, you know, you'd see it all the time.
Yeah, I think like my dad like kind of showed me some alternative music, so I liked your kind of Britpop, your Oasis, your Blur, you know, maybe a bit of Nirvana. So it was like, I kind of had like a light basing in it. Yeah. But this was like the one that fully convinced me, again, like you said. Obviously, it's new, it's different. I think compared to perhaps maybe, say, like Limp Bizkit and Korn, who obviously had been around before it wasn't as controversial. It was that little bit more radio-friendly.
Yeah, it was like a fusion of, like, well, hip-hop and just, like, punk rock, I guess, at the time, because I suppose... Yeah, you know, like punk rock at the time,
yeah.
So, and it hadn't really been done massively before that, had it?
Review-wise, so it's ridiculously hard to find online a review from like the year 2000 because it was like dial-up internet then, and most publications can't be bothered to put every review they've ever published
online. Yeah, exactly.
Online.
We could find pictures of some stuff, but it was so blurry we couldn't read it. But
and like some ones we found like Rolling Stone, it was literally like a paragraph long. Yeah. That's it, you know. Which you think these days.
But on average, it seemed to get quite like 4 out of 5 kind of thing.
Yeah.
Metal Hammer, we know, gave it 6 out of 7. Why out of 7?
We think it was a German site that we couldn't actually get into.
Yeah, it was. We could see the premise.
Yeah, most of them give it like I said, 3 to 4 stars.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. They said, you know, favourable things. They said the production was great on it. The energy that seemed to come through, which is one of the things I guess attracted me as well, is Chester Bennington. Like, seems to put his all into everything he did.
Yeah.
Like, I saw them live, I think, about 2 or 3 years after this came out on the Meteora tour. And, like, you could tell his energy then, kind of thing. And they said, you know, okay, and some of the downfalls then would fall into cliches with the lyrics. You know, stuff like One Step Closer to the Edge and stuff like that. So, you know, I probably thought of the record as being better than some of those reviews if I'd have read them at the time. Yeah. You know, like I said, it was one of the...
Well, I thought it was the shit at the time, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so I'd have probably been there like, oh, 5-star! Definitely 5-star!
It was back when you listen to music, oh, this is the best music! There is only good music and bad music, there's nothing in between. But,
screw acoustic guitars! Fuck them!
But, yeah, looking at it back now, I don't like this album anymore.
Like, obviously I've bought it on vinyl. I can go back, I can listen to it as in like a nostalgia thing, you know, kind of kick. But I wouldn't be like, oh, what should I listen to? Like, oh, Linkin Park.
You go to a club night and Linkin Park's on, like, oh, time to go to the bar. You know
especially a couple of them. It's like,
Well, they're only going to play it about, I think, 5 songs off that album if you go in.
I'd probably say 2. You're gonna have
Paper Cut and Crawling.
No, In the End or One Step Closer.
Right,
I didn't even hear Crawling played that much in Rock Nights. I wouldn't mind, you know.
Maybe one of them too, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, In the End.
100% In the End.
Or One Step Closer.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I put it on just now just to like go through it all again. And Paper Cut was like, oh my god, this is such a great song. Like, why didn't I hear this in rock clubs more?
I had it on in the car on the way here, and it was just half the time I found I was just like, oh, what the fuck is this? Like, what the hell was I thinking?
I could still probably do like 100% of the lyrics. I'm not going to start rapping now.
I remembered more than I thought, but no, yeah.
Like, impact-wise, I think it kind of really it was one of the ones that really started to open more people into alternative music.
It was one of the few bands that helped like create new metal as well.
Yeah, I think
I say that in inverted commas. That's like a definite thing these days.
Yeah, it's still going. It's still around. Especially like within the end, because it was slower. It had that nice little piano line. I think it opened like a lot more people up to like the alternative music, you know, scene, and like brought it like a little bit more mainstream. I think it was obviously quite a few years away.
I don't know. It was around the time that like Blink-182 was in the charts, and like, you know, we had like all these massive like rock music was popular, like Slipknot,
Slipknot,
and that was great. So yeah, it was like around that time, and everyone loved it. So it was a big thing back then. I'd love to know what a lot of people thought of it now.
Yeah, so let us know as well. Like, were you like us back then with your bloody combat trousers and your long sleeve shirts and the short sleeve shirts,
birdie jeans?
Yeah.
Fucking man. Yeah. So yeah, let us know what you think. Did you think it was good at the time and terrible now, like me?
do you still jam it? Is this still your jam?
I know some people that do. I just like, what the fuck. So yeah, let us know what you think. Comment below. Like and subscribe.
Yep. Thanks for watching.
We'll see you guys soon.